Talks.
Here we are, people, back to Go Movie Talks. This is MLaura and my beautiful friend, Freddy Velasquez. Freddy, how are you?
Great. How about you, Maria Laura?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Reading all of the Super Bowl comments and all that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Lady
Lots of
Gaga dancing salsa. I mean, it was sort of amazing. Sort of amazing.
night.
Watching that woman singing one of her most emblematic pieces, because this is one of her most emblematic ones, right? And the salsa version. I mean, what can that woman do? I mean, it's
That
she's
is a full circle moment because, I mean, we're from Venezuela. So, of course, we know in weddings, for real, you could easily hear a salsa version of an English song very easily. So, this was just, oh, okay. He
whether
really went there with this.
Whether it is U2, Coldplay, Metallica, now Lady Gaga, but singing that by herself live on show. I mean, amazing, amazing.
I don't see it happening, but I mean, the possibility is there for sure. Because if you had asked me a month ago, she would ever do a salsa version of any of her songs, the answer would have been, of course not. But now it's like, shut up. I don't
There,
know.
there was a little clue in the Grammys when Bad Bunny won the biggest prize. She stepped by his table, and she said something like, "See you in the Super Bowl."
Exactly. Now, I mean,
According to memes.
supposedly, according to him, because in an interview he already said she just said "I love you," but look, that could have easily been said like, "Hey, don't get drunk because we have rehearsals tomorrow."
Stay quiet, baby. Stay quight. We
Mhm.
can work. But it was amazing. It was amazing. And, to look at many celebrities like, Ricky Martin and Pedro Pascal and all that. So amazing, amazing.
And again, I see a lot of people polarized about the show itself.
Hmm.
I'll say this: I'm not a Bad Bunny fan. I don't like how he
Neither.
sings. I don't enjoy his music at all. And when I say his music, I mean reggaeton. I just don't enjoy reggaeton. But look, at the same time, you can appreciate the artistry behind the show itself. It was a very well thought out
Yeah.
as Latino, and again, that's also something being discussed. A lot of people are saying, "Hey, what a." It was made in bad taste because they're portraying like if we're all poor and live in the countryside, and like no, they are. He's portraying his reality, which for Puerto Rico, a lot of people still live in these conditions, and not negatively. I mean it as in that's what they know, they like it, they enjoy it. So he said, "Let me show." Uh, Again, the Super Bowl halftime show is one of the biggest platforms there is for singers. So
Yeah,
let me just showcase what Puerto Ricans do. That's it.
exactly. And not only that, remember that Latino happiness overall crisis they might be living, okay?
Yes.
I
Mhm.
mean, just make the comparison, and I don't want to be offensive here or whatever, but make the comparison. How would a poor family in the United States face poverty and
Versus a Latino
compare
family.
it versus a Latino family? I mean, there's a lot of resilience there, a lot of, there always has to be a smile, a positive attitude, in the
It's not so
sense
much
that
the
we can't
resilience.
continue.
It's not so much the resilience because honestly, Americans are also very resilient, but the attitude
Yeah.
they they have when they push against those circumstances, it's a very much different. The approach is completely different. So yes, I'll give you that, and that's exactly what was showcased. Me as a Latino, I did not grow up in the countryside of Venezuela. I did not know what was running through a cornfield or whatever field, but at the same time, I know, I am aware that is the reality for a
Yeah.
lot of people. And whether you like it or not, you have to accept it in the sense that that is the version of happiness and background for a lot of Latinos, because sadly this is something that I thought would bring a lot more Latinos together, and I don't think it necessarily did. A lot of them did come together thanks to this show, but there is a small minority that is just saying, "Hey, what a mediocre show." And no, the show itself was actually very well thought out. I will
I
give
don't
props to Bad Bunny.
I don't think it's mediocre. I mean, honestly, I'm the first one. I'm the first one who hates reggaeton. I'm the first one. Okay. And I criticize a lot of the fact that everything is perceived as, having sexual intercourse, but with clothes. Okay. But again, I mean, the way he portrayed the message of love, okay? There's absolutely something beautiful in there, and that
Yes.
big message on top that says something like nothing is more powerful than hate but love. Something
Mhm.
like that. I don't know if I'm
The
quoting
only,
literally.
only thing more powerful than hate is love.
Exactly. Wow. I
And
think it's
actually,
amazing.
the show was very calculated and thought out. And I insist, if Bad Bunny, with his talent, managed to get there. And I insist because, and I say this because honestly, as a singer, I don't think he has that many chops,
Mm.
but clearly his lyrics are resonating with the public. And at the same time, he's using that platform to send a very beautiful message. I think all of us can jump in that wagon and just say, hey, yeah, definitely. Love is what will bring us together in this time of separatists trying to do their thing. So I applaud him. Honestly, I was very pleasantly surprised, and of course, Gaga being in there is just, of course,
It was the cherry on the ice cream, on the whole ice cream. It was like,
exactly.
can
Well,
this be more fantastic?
but okay, Maria Laura, probably you don't know this, but my bunny is a huge Lady Gaga fan. Lady Gaga fan.
Well, I'm not so into that, but I've seen them, sharing shows together, Saturday Night Live, these about the Grammys and all that, and I said, oh,
No,
these guys are probably,
it goes before then
okay.
because that they met in that Saturday Night Live. So in 2023. So that's the first time they ever met.
Okay.
But Bunny has been a huge Gaga fan since before that. So that's the thing. That's probably why he also asked her is, hey, it's my chance. It's my show. Do you want to be part of it?
Exactly. And I imagine her saying, I mean, of course, yes. Of course.
Exactly. And she did her homework right, because that's the other thing. She paid tribute to Latino heritage. I think very well. She wore a dress from, I think, a Puerto Rican queer designer. The dress itself was also very much Latino rooted. She did a salsa version of one of her hits. She danced salsa, but
Oh my
hey,
God.
no shade, no shade.
The
Show was
bunch of
perfect.
memes I've seen about her dancing.
Exactly. So, but she did it all. I think that's exactly how you
And
say, hey, I.
there was no embarrassment. I mean, it
It was beautiful. It was beautiful
was
because let's
so
face it.
nice.
That's how somebody who doesn't dance salsa will end up dancing salsa. So
Exactly.
that's perfectly fine. And at the same time, you don't need to be ashamed of not knowing how to dance salsa. Just do it. And it
I
was
mean,
beautiful.
she's
I
one of
loved it.
the best dancers on stage currently, so who cares? I
Who
mean,
cares? Exactly.
it's It was amazing. It was amazing. And again, Super Bowl production, okay? I mean, it took all of the levels of previous shows, with the quality of previous shows and everything. It was fantastic. People, being the grass and walking everywhere. It was so theatrical, but with that Latino touch. Amazing, amazing. And
Yeah.
live music, and the dancers and Salsa Casino. Amazing. Amazing. I loved it. I loved it.
Well,
Good
I
for
will
you,
correct
Bad
you.
Bunny.
I will correct you. I don't think they did Salsa Casino. I'm pretty sure they did Salsa en Línea because
Salsa Mania, you mean?
that is either from Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico. Instead, Salsa Casino is from Cuba.
I thought I thought it was Casino. I thought it was Casino.
No,
For the
no,
way they were, sharing
I just
partners
think
and
it was
all that.
salsa. Honestly, I just think it was salsa. But whatever. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't necessarily think they did either one.
I excuse myself for this bit of ignorance, but uh,
And don't get me wrong, I'm also
I'm
ignorant
not
because I'm not
pretty
even sure.
acquainted.
No, but casino it's in the circle. That's also why I like no. I don't I don't
All right.
I don't it's
All
casino.
right, all right. Okay. Well, the thing is, it was amazing. Good for Bad Bunny and his message of love. Good for Bad Bunny to have mentioned all of the countries in
Oh,
America.
yes.
Amazing.
Because
Amazing.
people, America is a continent. Whether you like it or not. I mean,
And it's huge. And it has a lot of countries. So
yeah,
all of us
yeah.
are American.
America, continent, United States, country.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry.
Yes. But anyways, it was fantastic, and
What
the
are
public was
we
so excited.
discussing today, Maria Laura?
I don't know. I don't know. It's I just got excited of talking about this. But getting back to the movie we are discussing today. What a beautiful movie.
What's the name?
The Skeleton Twins. Skeleton
Look,
Twins.
I chose this movie and it's always in the back of my head. I will say this. It rarely comes up because people don't really know about it. It's a 100% independent movie. Both and what I appreciate about it is that the movie itself is the topic. It's very heavy, but it's told in such a lightweight
Mhm.
manner,
Yes.
and the actors show up. They are there for the lightweight. They have chemistry. Bill
They
Hader
were amazing.
and Christy Wicks. I love them. I mean, I've known them from Saturday Night Live. I've been a fan of them since Saturday Night Live. So when I knew they were doing this movie together, I'm like, I have to watch it. And as soon as I watched this is it. I love it.
No, I recognize those faces, but I don't remember where. Okay. But
Christy Wicks, I think her most famous movie is from Bridesmaids. Um, the movie where I don't know, there is gonna be a wedding and they get married, but the whole movie focuses on the bridesmaids and the interaction with the bride. Bill Hader, he's been active mostly, I think, on Apple TV or HBO
uh,
doing shows. I haven't really kept up with a lot of what he's doing, but I love them. Whatever they do is I have to watch it. I don't really care what they're doing because I know it's gonna have a certain level of quality.
absolutely, absolutely. These are two brothers, twin brothers. Okay. And as we've been told throughout history and the science making its job, twins share, they have some sort of a communality of feelings. Okay. I mean, whatever this twin is feeling, the other one will feel, no matter how distant they are. In this case, they had 10 years without seeing each other, and they were living in different cities, all right,
Mhm.
United States, and they were having different lives. I mean, Certainly, they didn't know too much about each other, okay? But as a matter of fact, the movie begins with the strongest parts.
Maria Laura, stop. I love your shirt. I have not seen it.
Here, it's
Oh my
Daria.
God. Yes.
Yeah, let me stand so that you can watch it clearly.
I I'm in love. I hate you. I want it. I love
And
it.
and I have
Mm,
Jane Lane too.
uh, mhm. Next time we see each other face to face, you have to have both shirts. So you can give me the other one. And we can walk on the street.
Of course,
Each of us with
honey.
one of them. I love it.
Of
Okay, back to
course.
topic. I'm sorry. I just had to say it. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, to continue with the movie, the movie begins with the strongest part. Okay, one of the twins, in this case, the male twin, is having a very difficult moment, and he is,
And
about to
it's
do
unaliving
about
himself.
exactly about to do something radical on his life. Okay.
The irony is that she was also about to do the same. So clearly,
Exactly.
the commonality of the feelings is portrayed since the very beginning. They're
Uh-huh.
showing, hey, clearly both of them are synced. They're just not communicating to each other, but at the same time, they're in the same mindset.
Exactly.
So,
They were going through the same feeling, okay?
mhm,
And they were going towards doing something radical, and it's pretty well shown in the movie at
mhm.
the beginning, okay? The thing is that one thing led to another, and she receives this call, okay? So apparently he was doing that earlier than her.
you you could see it that way exactly. The fact that he attempted this radical action and he wasn't successful. He was just an attempt.
Yeah,
Triggered the call to her to let her know, hey, he's alone. He has nobody here in LA. Can you come to get him or to be with him? So that's when she tracks back and says, okay, no, I'm not taking these pills. Let me go with him. And that's when they get together after 10 years. And that's pretty much where the their relationship it reconnects, rekindles,
exactly.
and
And it
and from
reconnects
there, yeah,
it it reconnects in the most beautiful way, okay? Because they start sharing. Sometime at the beginning, it was, kind of uncomfortable because they didn't talk too much. It was awkward. And there is the husband of hers trying to, to collaborate with the whole situation. He moves
golden
to New
retriever,
York.
the golden retriever. Honestly, he is a golden retriever.
He is
Um,
a golden retriever.
this is I think the beauty because you see Bill Hader's character just being at the lowest point in his life. He's not successful. He's just waiting tables and again, waiting tables is not that it's a bad thing, but his expectations were very different.
Exactly.
So that's why measured that way, he's unsuccessful. But then he goes to Christy Wiig's character's house, and then he meets with this reality of, oh, she's married, they're already considering children, they have a house, she's a professional, she's a stable, okay, yeah, exactly, the quotes, all of it looks perfect. So he feels even more alienated by the whole situation.
Exactly.
And let's face
And
it,
resentful.
yes, Bill Hader's character is also gay, so please add that layer of messiness to the whole thing because he can just keep his pants on. As soon as he's in town, he goes back to flirting with another very delicate topic. This is where I think the movie really walked the line of, hey, am I politically correct or not? But I still applaud them for doing it because they explored something that's very rarely explored.
Yeah.
Um, at the time, way back when he was young, he he was flirting with a teacher. So of course, a high school teacher. The teacher, of course, was an adult. He was underage. So take it as you will. The thing is, there are two different points. She is telling him, hey, you were brainwashed. You were manipulated into that because you were too young to understand what was going on, that it was illegal, blah, blah, blah.
He was
He's still
15 years
infatuated.
old. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. He was still a teenager. I don't remember the age, but he was a teenager. He was infatuated still with the professor,
Okay.
the teacher. So ultimately, I think it's very clearly stated that, hey, regardless of how you're feeling, he should have never done it. It's inappropriate, blah, 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 leave it alone. But he's still hooked up to it and he's messy. So as an adult, he still wants to explore that. And I will make it clear. I think he's exploring it because that in his head, after all of the failure in LA, the teacher is his only safe space. He feels his teacher is the only safe space. He was wrong, of course. Again, I'm gay too. So, of course, we're wrong about a lot of things when it comes to.
That's a topic for another show. How gay we
Exactly.
are and how our
Yes.
experiences
But
have
I
been.
can relate, but I can relate in the sense that I understand that feeling of isolation and looking comfort in sex, in reconnection. And that's just a hookup and it shouldn't even have happened because we already said it's
And
the age
actually,
gap.
you realize that was the reason why they split. And
The whole fighting around that. Yes.
exactly, but you realize about that at at the very end of the movie.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, because
they don't say anything.
but he keeps it a secret, so he knows. That's
Yeah.
the thing. He reconnects with this guy, but he does not tell the sister because he knows that's why they broke didn't break up, but they separated. They were torn apart, and
Mhm.
so he's just lying about it because he doesn't want his sister. He wants to reconnect with his sister, but at the same time, he wants to explore that. So, of course, we cannot keep our pants on. I'll say it again, but I think it's a very natural representation. That's how it happens a lot. So that's why I still like it. The movie is very real, even given the topics being discussed.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Then you come to realize that also, part of the splits and part of the whole drama behind these two twins is that they both cared for each other in such a way that, they actually, I mean, he, for example, made her realize her marriage was just a lie, okay? And what she had in mind of love was pretty different from what love actually is,
And
okay?
it is very interesting how he makes her realize that
Yes.
because she was also lying to herself and well, her husband and herself because she every time she would pick up a hobby, she would have intercourse with the instructor every single time.
So
So,
notice,
like,
it's not it's not about being gay, honey. It's not about being gay. It's just,
no, but I will also say this again. Gay community knows what an open relationship is. Straight relationships very rarely do so. So at the same time, she's like, okay, no, I want to stay committed to my golden retriever husband, and she's not capable of doing it just because she really wants to explore different things. She feels trapped. She feels caged, and uh, and the one shady thing that really I thought that was very nasty, and I'm glad she was called out on it. He wanted to have the baby, even if the golden retriever husband was not meant for her. she
Exactly.
was lying to him about something very serious. He was really doing his best to be a good husband. He wanted to have children, and she had agreed to it because she could have easily said, hey, no. But quite the opposite, she lied about it. And secretly, she was taking pills to not have kids. So
Too
that's
bad.
where
Too
that
bad, girl. Too bad.
exactly,
I mean, no way. She,
exactly. So multiple lies. And that's when the brother just said, but what are you talking about? You have this fake marriage. And she's all offended.
I'm doing you a favor, girl. A favor. Okay? I mean, and she was very mean with her words, and she was
Yeah.
very tough, but at the end she knew he was right. Okay? And
Mm.
again, gay guy, very spontaneous. Throws everything on the face. It's like there's where you have, and there's where their differences appear,
Mhm.
as individuals. Even though they're twins and all that, they didn't have that within the communality, which makes this movie so great. So great. I mean, fantastic. Fantastic. Now, one important part again is that they faced the most difficult circumstances and they had radical things in mind various times. Okay, various times, and you can see two times in within the movie. Okay, but what made them understand there's something beyond that is the fact that um no
That
matter
they
what
have each other.
no matter what your problems are, you will always have someone who cares that much for you.
Mhm.
Okay. And that's amazing. That's amazing. So, uh, even when you think you're alone, you're lost, lost the path or whatever, there's someone in there. Okay. And,
And that applies to reality. You're never alone. Even if you feel alone,
exactly.
uh, do not just talk to somebody. I assure you, people will extend a helping hand.
Yes.
It's never about I I mean, of course, to you, it will feel like nobody will understand you. That may be true, but there will always be people willing to help. So
Yes.
don't life. We only have one. Don't play with it. Just
Exactly. Exactly. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, even when people don't understand you, it doesn't matter. As long as you take that out of you, it will come with a lot of relief. And I mean, just just for the sake of it, just say it, okay? And say it as it is. I mean, don't embellish that, don't hide anything. I mean, we sometimes believe our problems are unique. But as a matter of fact, many people have lived that and various times, and it's more common than you think, okay? We are human beings, and the world it's a small place, okay? And problems are common to many people, many, okay?
yeah.
So don't feel afraid of taking that out of you. That's the most important step. Once you take that out of you, you can realize that those things, those radical thoughts you had in mind diminish, okay? And suddenly you start looking at other options, okay? And eventually you take a different path, okay?
Mhm.
Don't be afraid of taking different paths. I mean, look at Freddie and I. How many things haven't we done?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Did you imagine your life was gonna be like it is 5 years ago?
Yeah. But that's also the beauty of it. Some people
Exactly.
don't appreciate that life will change and take you different places. And don't get me wrong, there is beauty in also sticking to what you want, but at the same time, is embracing change is, I think, a very good quality we should all learn from. It's easier for some than others,
Yes.
but thriving within all of the changes that are taking place is also a big quality in and of itself. So
Exactly. Well, viewers, I know this isn't easy. What's happening to me? This isn't easy for you, but we have to finish this show. Too much introduction for this stupidity. Yes. We have to finish this show. I remind you to subscribe, to share, to drop a comment, to like. Okay, that's very important for us. And again, the most important thing, to watch the movie. Okay, a movie like this is pretty worth watching. We never told people why it's called the Skeleton Twins.
Let them find out.
Love it. Love it. Amazing.
You have to watch it. Drop it in the comments. So why the Skeleton Twins is called the Skeleton Twins.
Exactly. That's your
homework. We know you watched it.
That's on you, people. That's your homework. Be good. Okay, people. Thank you so much for watching. This is Go Movie Talks. This is Freddy and MLaura.
Peace out.
Bye-bye, mi gente latino. Yoo-hoo!
Thanks for watching Go Movie Talks.